understand the importance of documenting everything, because I just want to establish this pattern. And so the more they do it, the more desensitized I am to, because I'm like, you're just some trash, just trying to make me subscribe to these current experiences. Let me just start off calmly. What you call a TI, a target individual, and I understand what it means. It means I'm just a guinea pig, a test subject that the government utilizes to develop weapon system. It's a system, it's a program that's been utilizing human subject all around the world. It is men, women, and children. And this is a governmental-led program, led system, and they're using people to improve on the efficacy of technology that can alter the mind in all the different ways, but also alter the body and organs and do all kind of things. It's really, really advanced technology, but also almost diabolical. But it's technology that can do things to a human brain and body remotely. But then they utilize this ecosystem. A lot of the target individuals have mentioned this, specifically called out that there's a lot of childlike individual teenagers with this attitude that insults you in whatever ways, with some really non-impressive individual. Some little nothing that it looks like they just find their identity in this. It's not surprising to hear the children, teenagers craving for attention, craving for identity, craving for appraisal. And I think they contract these clowns that find a purpose because they have no purpose. So for me, this trash have been some of the main people trying to make me subscribe to these ways of manipulations. If anything, what they do is they just push people into agitation. I think I think they're driving people more into rage than anything else, instead of identification. What it does to me is like when I see them, I'm like ready to, let's just say that things can go left quickly, and they create this role, and the difference between like teenage individual and adults is these teenagers like immerse themselves as if it's real. The role becomes a reality for them. So there's like a surprise effect when they like realize that, oh, this is not gonna go right. I've noticed that happening multiple times actually. I remember when this like teenager tries to talking to me next to me, and I snapped. That means when I say snap, I was like I said something in kind of curse way. I said something like shut the fuck up. What are you talking to? And she just woke up and she just like realized reality, and she started like, it's like it dawned on her that this is not the fantasy that they put together. The little role they got together, the little role they have is a role that they can die for. This is not fantasy land. What you're doing is equating to, can equate to death. Somebody can kill you easily for what you're doing, easily. Now you can play a role, but if you're willing to die for that role, go ahead. You're not making anybody acceptive of this manipulation. You're really bad at it, actually. If anything, you just make people angry and enraged, because what you're doing is like you try to change them and make them identify to the changes. And having an immature childlike individual who doesn't even know themselves try to give you to identify and adopt an identity, while these clowns don't even know who they are. So when this happened to me, immediately they started like going through, yeah, you could be bottom out and this and that, and it was like I'd rather get crushed, raped in whatever ways. And I thank God I didn't grow up to be a fucking clown like this low life. What you're seeing here is an example of that. Now, what they do a lot is like they falsify memories. When they falsify memories, then they try to get you to gaslight you. They try to make you identify with these false memories, because by altering those false memories, it's a key element in brainwashing. When they change these memories, when they create new memories or change the perception of those memories or change thought or narrative of these memories, This is a goal to make you identify and adapt to the current experience today. This technology is so cutting edge, they can make you think, experience all kind of things. The clowns that you're seeing here looking at their phone, they're supposed to make you identify with this. They come in all shape or form. There's a lot of childlike individual, but obviously there's grown men and women, depending on the environment you're in. But these childlike individuals really, it's like their identity now. It's their purpose to make you identify with this manipulation. And they know that our job is to make him identify with these things, that we have to convince him that we're now manipulating his memories, that this emotion that we have is just emotion of just researching and capturing this thing, and this is something that is true, when in reality they falsify memory. This is another example. Listen, I've been making videos about all kind of like the daughter of this, the son of this, now it's DJ Khaled. DJ Khaled has a son called Assad. He's very popular. He actually had a whole album about it with him. But Assad, man, he's like super wholesome. I remember back in 2018, 2000, he will have like his stories on Snapchat will be with him, Assad, and very wholesome, very adorable, like videos. And this little boy is just like, super wholesome, heartwarming. Now, my memory now being changed with having sexual stimulation or some kind of sensation that wasn't there. Something that was actual pure, wholesome, heartwarming. It's changed to something else. Matter of fact, they started even creating these thoughts because I'm a man, a male gender. They're like, what kind of male this is like what women feel like. This is women just feel like, oh, this cute. This is like, well, I don't care. I don't care. This is heartwarming. It's wholesome. It's adorable. As a man, I'm confident in my manhood. I can still be able to I can still be soft in a sense. They try to make me think, no, that's why, and try to make me imagine in different ways. It's heartwarming when I see that. But you're just changing it and changing it into something perverse. And falsify memories in that fashion. Now, what this gonna mess with them is because what you're seeing over there, the blur picture, is me holding a child the same age of Assad. Like my little boy. It's not my boy, but I was in a relationship where that was the nephew. I babysat this baby. And I was around him when I was in my relationship with this person for 3 years. And I was with this woman before he was born, when he was still in the stomach, and for 3 years I saw him become a 3-year-old boy. They just try to pervert it to turn into something else. And then they use this trash to try to gaslight you. What you're seeing here was these people looking at their phone. It's them trying to look like they're just assessing and analyzing. These clowns will never make me identify with this manipulation. You just change it into something perverse. And that's what they do. And they utilize this clown, this trash, they're supposed to make me identify with these things. These people who... And they tell me, oh, you're going to be bottom mouth. Like, let's go be bottom mouth. You failed this, by the way. I know that you guys are manipulating my memory in these ways because you want me to identify with current experiences. You guys are the pedos. I already be a bottom mouth. And they say bottom up is something disgusting. What they're saying is they're going to have children pretend they get raped to frame me. Once I'm going to be framed, I'm going to be in prison and they're going to bottom me out, whatever they say. These are the people who are supposed to make me subscribe to these current experiences and these false memories. Using childlike trash. Actually, bottom feeders, full entities, filled pedos. Just intoxicated by what they feel in this program. Some loserness that find an identity in this. So I can just stay strong and see this trash for what they are.